Year, or not New Year yet, but New Year's Eve stream. Couple things I want to do. One of them is kind of get the I have this idea for like this carousel on the TS Circuit website. I think I have it here. Oh, it's still broken, maybe. Yeah, this carousel. But these oh wow, my hair's very messed up. All right. It's never free getting on stream. All right, let's make the hair better. Yeah, okay, a little bit of that. Wow. Yo, what up, Motivated Ansh? Good to see you. Good to see you. Damn, I guess my hair is kind of a greenish tint. I don't know what's going on there. All right, I'm going to have to mess with this for a minute. Huh. It actually registers better as blue. That's so crazy. It thinks my background is blue. It's like a bright green. I guess it's this camera. Yeah, this camera, I was using an iPhone until recently, so this is slightly less good camera. It's an OBS bot. OBS bot camera. So a little different, but still pretty good. Yo, what up, Shibo? What's going on? I don't know how long I'm going to have to stream. I can't do the whole ball dropping and all of that. Oh, man. Thinks my shirt is blue. All right, we'll just zip this up. That'll be our compromise. But I do want to do some stuff. Last night I launched this new landing page because, I was hanging out with people and they didn't know what I did. And they looked at the webpage, they didn't know what it was. So I was like, all right, we need a couple details. Shout out to Anas, who I believe created this one. Nice landing page. Can I show the user profile page as a nice start? Yeah, let's take a look. Nice. Oh, now we need to maybe sort it by stars. Yeah, I can see I have 1 star here. Let's go to... I don't know how Rashab got so many stars on a couple of his. He has like 5 on this one. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. I wonder if we want to sort by stars or something, because it's kind of hard to find the most starred. Usually when you look at somebody's profile, you want to see the thing they starred the most. So anyway, that little bit of downtime was because for some reason when I deploy the registry API, we're seeing it's going down and it makes 0 sense. It's like it's a weird dependency issue that's causing a config change. So what I'm going to do is I want to build a keyboard, but it takes a really long time to deploy this. So in between deployments, I'm going to just test this config thing. And then when the config thing is done, we're going to get the images here. So it should work immediately. Stream chat delay is huge. I don't know if that's within my power, Shibo. If there was a way to configure it, I would do it. The camera follows you around the... Oh, you know what I just realized? It actually shows up on stream before I even see it in my little panel here. That's kind of interesting. It's like a bug. It's like a restream bug. Because I see a couple messages over here. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong, actually. All right, whatever. All right, let's do some stuff. So, right. So, since I can only see this issue on production, I'm going to go to snippet/list trending on the registry API. And we're going to see, yeah, so we get this 500 error. So when you have an error that only happens on Vercel, it is pretty tough to test it anywhere. So I'm just going to go to the logs and Let's see what's going on. So it says require of ES module nano ID is not supported from TS Circuit Soup. So why is TS Circuit Soup even used? Your hair look kind of grayish. Yeah, I think something about the lighting today. It's like it thought my green screen was blue, so it's like it's literally I don't know how to make myself warmer. I have kind of an outline now. You can see how bad my haircut is. But anyway, yeah, I probably look sickly, and I'm not, but you know, that's the way it goes. So I did npm ls TS Circuit Soup. Let's see what is causing this. I don't know, old dependency import that's causing all the issues. Maybe we just need to update some dependencies. Let's update circuit to SVG, and then we'll do a redeploy. And then while we're waiting, because it takes a little bit to redeploy to test on Vercel, we will see if we can build a keyboard. So I kind of want to use the snippets CLI to build a keyboard, because you can actually drag and drop the schematic view there. So we might use that. Yeah. Or we could try using the website. The part I'm most like not into about the website is it's really hard to figure out these key positions. So I'm almost like, can I get all the XY positions of a keyboard? Let's see if Claude can do it for us. I'm just going to spend a little bit of time trying to get all the XY positions of a standard QWERTY keyboard. So let's say create a JSON array of key positions in millimeters for a standard QWERTY keyboard. Output a React app that draws it to show you did it correctly. Yeah, so the newest version of the CLI can sync to snippets automatically. Let's see if we can pull it up. This is really new stuff. Actually, this is probably ready to be released. I don't even know what I'm waiting on. What am I waiting on? I'm literally not waiting on anything, I think. Let's revert this, because that file changes every time. I think fix schematic. Drag and drop, that was the last thing I did. So we'll create a PR for this, and then we'll launch the CLI. I think the CLI is still a little bit broken, though, for other reasons. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't think the sync works. Okay, anyway, let me show this, because this is so close to being done. I'm probably going to do an incremental merge. Yeah, this is the snippet CLI, and you can actually edit the schematic now. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. It was a little bit buggy there, but you can edit the schematic now. It's a little weird. Like, it's a little bit jank, the hopping around. So it's definitely new, but yeah, we should fix it. Yeah. It's also weird that the schematic doesn't take up the entire page. So lots of annoyances, but you can also hit this save to snippets button, and it'll actually save it to snippets. And you can keep doing that to keep it in sync with snippets. And it prompts you to select a snippet, and you can create a snippet and everything like that. So it's pretty robust, but it's like look at this insane trace. This stuff drives me nuts. Look at this insane trace. That's our auto router. I look at the insanity of this trace. It's crazy. I'm losing my mind looking at this. This trace is crazy. I'm going to file it on the auto routing repo. Oh my gosh, that makes me cringe so hard. Am I in San Francisco right now? Yes. Yo, what up, Copy Multi? What's going on? Wow, I can't believe we have so many people in here. I'm just doing... I wasn't going to do a super long stream, but people really rushed in here. Oh, please fix ridiculous traces. I should frame it in a more positive light. Traces can be pretty crazy, yo. Oh man, that is so bad. Makes me want to. I'm losing my mind looking at this. You have to think how the auto router would think to understand why it did this. So it came out this way. It probably hit. Okay, let's like analyze this. We'll analyze this using. If you haven't seen it, there's an article. I think it's blog.autorouting.com. It uses the intersection jumping auto router, and with this auto router, there are 3 things that it does. You travel, and if you hit an obstacle, then you change direction. You go right or left, and then you try to go until you overcome an obstacle. So we can actually analyze this using that technique, and I'm sure it does everything logically. So the other thing to keep in mind is it's using a multi-margin technique, which basically means there is the immediate box around that obstacle, and then there's a margin box, which is probably right around there. It's probably something like that based on the traces. So that's your margin box. And so hits against the margin box also count. They are all your huge fans. You have so many fans, I think. I don't know, man. I think my audience is pretty small, to be honest. maybe the bar is too high for myself, but yeah. But I appreciate it. So if we actually analyze this thing, what it's doing, it's going down here, it's hitting the first margin, and when it hits the first margin, it's saying, okay, I'm going to go right until I overcome the margin. But it probably realizes it immediately overcame the margin. So it has a choice now to go down or up. And for whatever reason, it chooses to go up, right? So I think there's a issue with the overcome. So bad overcome for margins is what I would say. That is probably what's happening. Multi margin box. So this is the kind of stuff, we should just knock this stuff out because but you do have to understand a pretty complicated algorithm. It's also incredibly hard to create reproductions for this. So let's do this. Create debug trace reproduction, because if somebody creates a reproduction, I can fix this. So create debug trace reproduction of crazy schematic trace. Now I can bounty this. So if somebody wants to do that, I'll throw a $30 bounty on it. So that just looks bad. That's embarrassing for me. I send out a screenshot. It's embarrassing. I mean, like, you want to be a serious tool, but then you do this. Come on. Yeah, that's Crazyville. I'm only crapping on myself right now because I basically did this. Basically wrote that algorithm. Okay, so here's a keyboard with all the key positions, and it's showing the X position on hover. So do you have JSON data for me, or did it generate? Oh, it looks like it actually. This looks pretty good actually. Is that a QWERTY keyboard? QWERTY? I think that's a QWERTY keyboard. So the only problem is I'm pretty sure, based on how this caps lock is set up, I'm pretty sure it's talking about the left edge. So it's talking about the left edge X, but I prefer to work with centers. And TS Circuit usually prefers centers. Oh, we do have width there. So we can compute the center X. But why doesn't it Oh, it does each row separately? Oh, and then each row has an offset. So instead of doing X and Ys, they did rows with offsets. That's probably fine. So we're going to copy and paste this into a snippet, and then we'll basically use that to lay out our keys. So that's how we'll make a keyboard. I also want to change a little bit how I do this keyboard. I've learned a little bit since last time I did it, and I really want to use like not have to do a lot of effort and really simplify it. And I found that setting up programming pins is really annoying right now because we don't have a lot of working examples. So I want to start with Wi-Fi module, and specifically I want to place a Pico. So let's see if we can place a Pico. Yeah, we can literally place this Pico. So we're gonna place a Pico for this one, and just use that. Okay, so I'm gonna go to. It's a little annoying, the new landing page actually, because you don't have a create button up here. We should add a create button. That's pretty annoying. You have to go to dashboard then new. That's pretty annoying. We're gonna import from JLC PCB. I'm gonna paste in that number. Failed to generate, cannot read properties reading model object URL. That's really disappointing. I imported the, might be because it's old. I imported the Pico W the other day. Cannot read properties of an undefined model object URL. All right. Let's come up with a map of things we're doing. We got like 10 things going on. This is how I work, by the way. I'm scattered all over the place. We got the snippets CLI that, is that working? Oh yeah, that can't save to snippets. Can't save to snippets. So maybe we'll do that. What else are we working on? We got the landing page PCB image carousel. By the way, I got this working really briefly just through like local testing. It looks sweet. So I definitely want that. That one takes forever. So we're not going to be able to, this one takes forever because of Vercel issue. So that one we're not going to be able to like just pump out and work on exclusively. We got the keyboard, but in order to do the keyboard, we got the QWERTY layouts, positions, and then we got a failure to import Pico, which I kind of want to use. So these are dependent. And then, yeah, okay. I think that's a good breakdown of what we're up to. We got 3 projects going on. And I'm going to jump between these 3 things. So failure to import Pico, we just filed an issue for that. We'll get into that. That might be a good tutorial for how to work with the Easy EDA converter too. Landing page PCB. Let's check in on this one. Let's check in. So we redeployed it. So let's go to our new URL. I think that might change every time, so I always have to click on it from the terminal. Snippets, list trending. Oh, okay. I think we fixed it. Yeah, we just had to update circuit to SVG. Was that a big update? It was on 7.3 before. Oh, that's kind of disappointing. I thought we might. Yeah, so we did go up like 20 versions. So if it works, ship it. Update circuit to SVG. The main branch is broken, so I'm actually going to just push to main. I'm pretty sure it'll work. Okay. I'm just going to take a note here. Deployed fix, wait on prod. Okay. Failure to import Pico. So we're going to have to open the Easy EDA converter repo, and then we're going to want to create a test. There's a little script whenever you have a broken, do I have an old version? Hold on. There's a little, am I wrong? There should be a little script to generate a test for me. I guess it's not in the package JSON. It might be in the scripts directory. Scripts. Yeah, add test for part. Okay, let's add that to the add test for part. Is that in the README or anything? Add test. Wow, it's not in the README or anything. What's the point? If a tree falls in the forest, if a script is written to help the developer experience, but it's not documented. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to run that script and generate it. Let me make sure I didn't break the production API real quick because we just deployed to main. So we'll go to snippets, list trending. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we should be working now, which means our carousel should be working. I'm very excited to close out one of these projects because the complexity here is it's very real. All right, so we're going to go to our PR with the carousel, and then we're going to view deployment. Oh, those still aren't working. Let's see if we can get the image address. Okay, so that's seems pretty weird. Hold on, let's go to the production API with that. Not found, not found. Images, Sevi iBar, the name of the snippet. I feel like these URLs are wrong. Or wait, is that right? No, that's right. Not found. Really want these images to work. It looks sweet when you can see everybody's PCB, and it shouldn't impact the page loading too much, but it looks pretty sweet. Snippets, images, author, snippet name, and then the format. This feels like it should work. Is there a meeting tomorrow? Contributor meeting on New Year's Day? It's a good question. Probably not. Yeah, I'm probably not. I'm gonna move it again. Sorry. It's a good point though. I think it's a little weird to do it on New Year's Day. So pushing meeting to Thursday. Yeah, because people stay up late on you know. I don't know. Yeah, for you guys, I guess it's not a weird time, but for me, it's like fucking early to be doing a meeting. All right, I might have to fix the meeting details somehow. Maybe one of the mods can do it. I don't know if mods have access to do that on the Discord, but there's if you hit, I don't know if you have access to edit the event, but there's like this little bot. Oh, maybe I can do this. Thursday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, I think I did it. That's some good stream content right there. Meeting logistics. No, it's good. It is good to get that meeting time hammered out. All right, why is this 404ing? I'm so confused. How can I even debug this? Not found. Not found isn't even, it's not hitting this endpoint at all. I think we have a Next.js issue. me see if I can customize the behavior here at all. We want to change the 404 behavior because it's such a crazy custom URL and we don't normally do those. I almost want to have an alternate endpoint. Maybe we can. I agree. We can. I agree. I have some very sweet coffee right here. Maybe too sweet. I don't think there's a way to customize it. Maybe I can test this locally. Bun run. Next. Does that work? Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is get that image stuff to work locally, maybe? Or maybe at least get it not to 404. Yeah, so that's fine because it's not 404ing. So let's go snippets, images, Sevi ibar / whatever. Nothing matters, .svg. Oh, it's actually not 404ing. All right, I'm confused. I have no idea what's going on. What are your future goals like? Do we have weekly goals, monthly goals, things like that? Yeah, I was doing a little bit of road mapping. I'll probably have a blog post for like goals for 2025. Yeah, because there are a lot of things I want to do. I want to do simulation, like a lot more with simulation, really better simulation. More modules. I really want to use like SparkFun Micromod. Like have this be something we can do more with. Because you don't have to design the processor module. You just plug it in. So it's pretty cool. It's cool. You can just like plug in any processor you want. I would love to do this keyboard with a SparkFun Micromod. And I have no like bias towards SparkFun or anything like that, but I just feel like they did this really well. Like it's just like it's cool. You know what I mean? These little chips. It reminds me of like the cyberpunk, like how they're always like giving these chips to each other. It's cool. So and some of these have Wi-Fi built in too. Like this one, this ESP32 one, that's a Wi-Fi antenna right there. I think they have RP2040 too. That's our best friend. So yeah, I really like the, plus like you can program, like I could write the keyboard firmware on a carrier board. So I plug it into this, program it, then I could just plug it into my keyboard. So it's really cool. So I'd like to do a lot more with that. Yeah. But it's like the goals are going to change a little bit. Like I'd also love to have private snippets, a better CLI, maybe even a desktop application, but it's like you can't tell the future enough, Like let's just try to build lots of cool shit. I think the only goal that's been really consistent is trying to build one board a day. If it's like feasible, like to spend 2 hours a day and build a board every day, then I think we can do some really cool YouTube content. And I would love to send people boards too. Like if people send me boards, then I'll order them, and then if it works, I'll send you one too. If it doesn't work, presumably you don't want it, so I won't waste money on shipping. But if it works, I'll send you the board that you created. So I think that could be fun for everyone. I wonder if it failed to deploy, and that's why we don't have images. I should check. No, it looks like it deployed successfully. Yeah, so these are... Oh, actually, what is this? Let's see if we can maybe see some Vercel logs on this. I don't know. Probably won't help, but... So we'll go to registry api.tscircuit.com. Yeah, not found. Is it going to show me the not found? Live. Am I crazy? I feel like it's not showing anything. Maybe it doesn't show 404s. This is the production API. I don't know what's going on. It's the problem with production debugging. Why to avoid it. It would be fun to get a board as a New Year gift. I agree. Yeah, make a board that's worth ordering, and I will order it, and then I'll send it to you. If I can. I can't send boards, you know, if you're on some like island in the, you know, wherever. But if I can send you a board, I will send you a board. I have no qualm with that. You have to order boards in a minimum quantity of 2. So like it's like I literally kind of have to do something. Okay. It's such a nothing burger error. Oh, that's interesting. If you do snippet/get without a snippet, it will give you a random snippet. Yeah, none of these are... Why is that not found? I'm bewildered. Wait a second. This could be a clue. It says staged. Why does it say staged? Production staged. Production current. Is it? It was rolled back. Production domain auto assignment is disabled. So I guess when you roll back, it doesn't automatically start deploying again. So that's probably it. Hey, Sevi, how can someone join TS Circuit as a full-time, asking for a friend, like Criteria or something, with open source or interview process? Well, I can say being a contributor is definitely the right place to start. But yeah, we probably will hire more people in 2025. But we might need more funding first before we hire up the wazoo. But contributing is a good start. And I think if we do start hiring, I'll do an announcement and there might be an interview system. I might also tap people on the shoulder. I don't want to be too definitive on it because like, you know, we're not that well funded yet. So I have to be pretty careful. I have to be a good steward of the cash we have. But yeah, maybe I'll post more on that later. All right, I'm kind of opening up random things. So we didn't actually deploy the latest version of the registry, so I'm going to do VC prod. We'll deploy the latest. So we didn't even have an opportunity to break production yet. So let's see if this breaks production. Got to be very careful. The screenshot on the homepage is kind of bad. It's like the code isn't very visible, but you know, whatever. I kind of like the images. I don't know. It's like, I don't hate it. So I think I am on the right path. Yes, you are. You are. But you know what would put you even more on the right path? See how red this is? Every day I look at our maintenance tracker for the snippets. They keep timing out. I don't know why. I don't even know how you're getting your PRs to pass. My PRs don't pass. Do you rerun these? Should work without rerun. I think we have to increase the timeout like you originally had suggested. I think I made the wrong choice on that PR, and I gave it to the guy with retries, and that was a bad move. We could also split the test across multiple files. That really improves things. All right, let's see if we broke production. Okay, it looks like production is working. Did the Vercel deployment finish? I got too much shit open. All right. It looks like it finished. Unless Vercel still has it disabled. You know, I don't do rollbacks too often. So, like, yeah, it's still showing me this. Promote a stage deployment. Promote a stage. Oh, you have to. Oh. Oh, we just have to promote this. Okay. Okay. And this isn't broken. Oh, nice. Okay, it might work now. Sorry, that was hard to follow. I was barely following it. But I think these images might work now. Even if they are pretending not to work. Or maybe they won't work. PCB.svg. It does return something. What is it returning? It's returning an HTML page. Oh, it's got the wrong URL in there. Yeah, that won't work. We might have to YOLO this one a little bit. Oh, is there a way to not YOLO this? I think there is a way to not YOLO this. Let's go to snippets. And if we go to the carousel implementation, somewhere in there, it's going to call it. Yeah, okay, so it has a hard-coded API URL. So we'll say API base URL. I think we have a hook to get that. Use base. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that should fix it. So we'll wait for that to deploy. Yes, I am working on it. It's an honor you reminding me. Also, can we like SWT the worker on playwright test to 1 because some tests run in parallel? Can we switch? Maybe switch. Is that what you mean? We can switch the worker on playwright test to 1. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know about 1. I think it chooses the parallelism based on cores. I don't know. I don't know what the default time it is, but we might want to increase the time. I'm not sure. Basically, you got to do a PR, and I'll assess it in that PR because it is a hard choice. I wish they would pick automatically based on historical usage, but yeah, the choice between timing out a playwright test and reducing the parallelism is a hard one. Yeah. Let's deploy a preview of this because I'm lazy and I don't want to wait for GitHub. I'm okay with increasing test time a little bit if we increase the reliability. It's just nobody can rely on the playwright test right now. I don't know if people like the new landing page. Nobody really responded on Discord. I was like, does anybody even like this? Let's see, do I get anything? Oh, I got some emojis. Smooth. All right, Anch gave me a compliment. Good enough. I think the image kind of looks bad. It's weird. It looks better mobile or something. Okay, we're waiting for our preview URL. I responded. Yeah, thank you. My fragile ego needs a lot of recognition. I was talking to Shibo. It looks cool as hell. Thanks. Want to see how I made it? You guys are going to be like, what? Create a modern landing page for a Series A startup that sells a new type of electronic design software. And then V0 gave me this. And it also called the company Circuit Forge, which is honestly a pretty dope name. I was like, should I rename to this? It's a pretty dope name, actually. Yeah, that's basically how this came together. And I took out things like the pricing because, we don't have pricing. We free AF. No way. Yeah, especially with like I don't know, like right I don't know. I want it, but okay. So something I don't like is I really want to do a 3D circuit board right here, like one that you can interact with, like a legit 3D one. So I created this issue on the 3D viewer to add support for exporting to GLTF. And basically, once we have this, I can take those GLTF files and put them on the landing page. But I can't put in the 3D viewer directly because it's too big, I think it's too big. I'd have to check the bundle sizes, but basically, like, for landing, like, we're already getting, like, super, like, we're not in good shape. Like, if I go to inspect and I look up Lighthouse, we can get a score for our page that, like, basically says, okay, how good is your page? And before it was really bad, but it's still quite bad. Like, we have a terrible score. I'll show you. Yeah, see, our performance is really bad, and it takes a long time for the first paint, and it's mostly because of the bundle size. It seems like we have a really big, like this bundle shouldn't be loaded. I actually don't know what's going on here. Actually, this bundle shouldn't be loaded. Oh, I think this might be Vercel's fault. Wait. That's the wrong bundle. There's two bundles. It's not using the right bundle. Do I just need to use this plugin maybe? You have to create an issue for this Lighthouse report to increase it to 80 plus. Yeah, but the main issue... Okay. All right, I'm going to create two issues. But this one I'm not going to bounty yet. Because the main issue here is the... because I think there's a specific thing. So, like... Sorry, this is probably unclear, but I'll explain it. It makes sense. So this bundle is our main app. Oh, man, I got to zoom in on this. All right. So this bundle that's loading is our main application bundle. It's not the landing page bundle. The landing page bundle is really small. So, like, oops, there's, oh, shit. So that's probably the biggest issue. Should be landing dash da 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 dot JS on Vercel. discussed on stream. Let's see what time. What's our timestamp? 45 minutes. On stream at 45 minutes. I don't know, maybe this will fix it. What is Vike? I've never heard of this. Vike. Next.js and Nuxt. What the heck? What? Okay, I don't understand that. I don't know. It might be as simple as adding Vercel. I'm not gonna dive into that. I'll let somebody else do that because that seems like futzing. It sounds like you'd have to do a lot of futzing, but the good news is these previews are somewhat working now. But they don't look as good as they probably could look. The default zooming on the board, because the board isn't dynamically sized, really makes these a lot less cool than they could be. Civi, can you review the op-amp PR of Techman? I think the op-amp symbol is wrong. I mean, it looks weird. Plus, minus. Well, there's two types of op-amp symbols. There's also this kind that has the V plus and V minus. But it's okay to not have those on. We'll just have to do another symbol for it. But this is too squished. Is it wrong? No, but it's too squished. Like, just make it better. It looks low quality. See my comment? Wow, a lot of people are talking about this. Holy moly. Is this the correct symbol for op-amp? That is a correct symbol. We'll have to make that one too. We have to support both. I don't know. We should make both symbols. One can be called op-amp. It's really like op-amp with power, and the other can be called op-amp no power. We'll just do that. Nice catch at Anch. We should probably increase the bounty on this too, at least a little bit, just to compensate for the fact that there's two symbols. You put an image on your issue. Yes, I did, and I'm changing my mind. Because Anch is kind of right that most of the time we will have power on our op-amps. The op-amps will be powered. And so it's kind of useless to have the one I mentioned. Those other programs, they tend to have implied. We don't support implied pins yet, but they tend to have implied pins. So power is implied or something. We don't really support that. And I kind of think that that's for the best for now because it's confusing, especially when so much stuff is already done automatically for you with TS Circuit. It's kind of confusing to have power routed for you. But yes, I made a mistake. Sue me. Nah, don't sue me. Okay. So I'm not 100% sure about the appearance of this. I just have to resave this one for the, if I do save. Oh, I'm not logged in. Oh, right. I'm not logged in. Okay. So we're on a preview URL or whatever. I kind of want to do something a little different with these. I feel like I want to like... I don't know. I kind of want to get weird with it. Let's see. Let's get a little bit weird. It's usually a mistake when I do this, but let's get a little bit weird. Let's do a transform. Let's scale it to 2, rotate it 45 degrees. And then this box has a ton of like, let's see, where's the shade? There's like a, yeah, there's this background gray kind of thing. I don't really love how this looks. And it's got this margin around it. I just want to fill in that box. So I want to say overflow hidden. Let's see how that looks. It's probably gonna look weird. I don't have a way to test this. Actually, can I test it locally? Let's see if we can test it locally. Yeah, because I couldn't get Shibo's auto loading to work, or I haven't really tried that hard, but his auto loading isn't working. Yeah, so now it's like this, right? So if we scale it up a little bit more, could that look cool? Scale it up 3. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool, right? I mean, it looks like crap a lot of the time, but it feels like it kind of worked. And we'll make the background of the box black so that... Okay, I'm going to redeploy. So we'll check out the preview. Make the images a little bigger, then even bigger on hover. I like that idea. Oh, that's a really good idea, actually. If we zoomed, that's kind of cool. Whenever I do a janky animation, though, I always regret it after a while. Okay. Convert the style, style to tailwind transform. Is that gonna work? Scale 3. Okay, hopefully that works. So we should be able to preview that. Okay, cool. So that worked. And now we can say on hover scale -3. Let's do 5. And then we also need to add a transition for transform. And we'll say duration. Or actually, I don't know if we need duration. I can't remember how it works. Yeah, so now we have that. Is that what you meant, Shibo? I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's like a little bit weird. I don't know. What do people think? I think it's maybe zooming too much. It should be more subtle. I think it should be even less than that. Like, it's really cool, but like, I think it should be more subtle. I think this is cool. I always add like janky animations to everything, and I'm always like, oh, it's so cool. And then it's not, but I kind of like this one. Okay, the padding at the top is a little weird, I think. I don't know what's up with that. looks weird to me. So let's just fix that, and then we'll call it a day on this one. Yeah, sometimes I like asymmetric padding. So a little bit of asymmetric padding. We'll see how it looks. Nah, that looks a little bad. Hold on. You guys probably can't even tell what I'm doing. It's kind of weird. I like it though. We're gonna keep it. The padding is weird. I'll keep it for now. I mean, that it pops up. Oh, F that, dude. So much effort. So much effort. To make it pop up. You can try it. You can try it. I don't know, though. I have mixed feelings about that. Yeah, like Amazon. Like Amazon. But the thing is like, I feel like you wouldn't do that for, this is like I don't know, it's like a carousel. I don't know. So I would play with that, but I feel like it would be, I should do something else. I shouldn't spend, it's really easy to spend even months on your landing page. I know lots of people who have spent months on their landing page. Do I want to do this failure to import Pico? I would love to be able to import Pico. We can also, before we do that, we could import these QWERTY layouts, just to show that that part is working. So we go to code, copy all this keyboard data out, and then we're going to go to snippets, or TS circuit, dashboard, blank new board. Going to paste. Ooh, feel like I didn't import it properly. Hold on. I need to clean up tabs in a sec. All right, so we got all of our keyboard data here. Now we can go, let's save this. All right, so import key. Okay. So now we just need to draw out all these keys. So what bugs me right now about snippets is because I'm not in cursor or whatever, like I don't want to write the code to draw out all those keys. So what I will do is I will draw one key, name, K, I, PCBX equals 0, PCBY equals 0. So we're just leaving some boilerplate here for Claude. Yeah, so let's make sure that builds. I is not defined because, yeah, all right. Let's do that. Okay, so we got our keyboard. We're going to make a big board just so that I don't have to think about sizing. All right, so we got our key, and I think it renders properly. No, something happened with the 3D stuff. Everything is wrong. I don't know what happened, but like this stuff definitely lined up before, and now it's all off. I'm so triggered by this. I don't know what happened, but that friggin' sucks when all the TS circuit code breaks because of something. Like some test didn't catch that. But these 3D hover previews are sick. Whoever did this. I think it was Shibo and Absi maybe. Those are sick. You can also use made-up components on a certain UI. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about. What the heck are you talking about? All right, so let's do a new chat. We'll say, can you make it so that the keys are placed properly in accordance with the QWERTY keyboard data. Keep in mind PCBX and PCBY refer to the center of the key. And that's going to be important because some keys are asymmetric. Some keys are like a space bar is asymmetric. I actually don't know how space bars work if they only have a single switch. I think they only have a single switch, but I could be wrong. I think they have a single switch and then they have a special thing that makes them more stable. My mug is transparent. It's trippy. All right, and then we will copy out this key code. Thank you. Oh, yeah, too many tabs. I'm starting to get confuzzled. Okay, let's paste that guy in there. Key index is not defined. Oh, what? Wait, for real? Did they? Oh, they had it out here. Okay, fair enough. I kind of hate that pattern that they did. It's kind of jank. I'm going to format this code. We're also going to want to use... Does that look like a QWERTY keyboard? It looks upside down. Is it upside down? Is that right? Yeah, it's upside down. But I think it's like doubly reflected. That's the space bar. That's the escape key. I'm looking at my keyboard, which is totally irrelevant. That's a shift. Okay, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Shift, tab, whatever. They're weird. So it's like double inverted or something. I really didn't want to do math. I'm talking about the scroll bar for Netflix. Yeah, we could make a component for it. Yeah, but maybe UI is fun to watch, but it takes effing forever. It takes forever, and it's not actually hard. It just takes forever. It's hard to have good taste. Okay, we have a preview of this on prod from our thing. So now we can see. Oh, it doesn't zoom in. I guess I forgot to commit the zoom in. Oh, this doesn't go that far. It seems the trending snippets bar runs out very quickly. I didn't know it ran out so quickly. Yeah, that doesn't look good, how quickly it runs out. It almost makes me want to nix the animation, but because if I just took out the animation, we wouldn't run out of stuff. But the other thing I could do I have like a really dumb idea, but should I even try? I want it to loop, but it's not as simple as just saying, yeah, looping is tricky. Okay, I have a possibly dumb idea. I mean, this is my approximate idea. So we double the snippets, but then we change the config so that instead of animating to -100, it animates to -50. And so in theory, that'll be a perfect loop. But the thing is, it's really hard to test that locally. Oh, whoops. I think I'm running 2 servers. So we have double here. I think that scale is a bit weird. I shouldn't have done it. It's not what anybody wanted. All right, I'm not going to wait 120 seconds for this. So let's reduce it to 5 seconds so it goes really quick. And that way we don't have to wait for the animation. So it's going to get 50% and then it zips back. So if you have enough snippets to fill the whole thing, in theory, is it a perfect loop at any point? Like right from here? I think it is actually a perfect loop. I think it is a perfect loop. You just need enough trending snippets. Let's launch it to the preview service. We'll keep it at 5 seconds for the preview. And we'll try to get that perfect loop. See how easy it was to make a keyboard? Why has nobody done this yet? Why am I the only one making keyboards? I still think it's inverted. It's just trying to gating this for now. Yeah, that's right. This now looks correct, I think. It's really hard to think about what each key is. Maybe I should name the keys in accordance with what they actually are. So I can say the name is K underscore, and then each key has like a literal label. So I can do K underscore row dot label, row dot key dot label. Okay, so that should help me figure out what key is what. It should show up in our preview. Okay, so before I mess around too much, I'm just gonna center this bad boy. It's so uncentered right now. It's grinding my gears, but I don't know the size of the keyboard. How big is the standard keyboard? It looks like it's probably like 150. So let's go over 100. And on the Y side, it's probably like 50. So I'm just going to take some guesses. Eventually, we'll be able to drag and drop groups, and it won't be a big deal. But, yeah. What am I building? We have a whole little agenda here. So we're working on a keyboard, and so I'm working on the QWERTY layout positions. We're also working on a PCB carousel, and if we have time, working on the snippet CLI, but we won't have time, which is a command line tool. Okay, so no, this isn't right. KFN shaft. The hell does that mean? Enter. Wait. Wait, what? I'm losing my mind. I think Claude might have generated bad keys. QWERTY keyboard layout. I need to find my original. There we go. No, actually, it looks fine. Space here. Enter on the right. Backspace. Are these the function keys? Oh. Let's look at our preview for the carousel really quick. I want to get this done. Okay. So the carousel is now looping. You can see it's a little bit jank every 5 seconds. It does a little jank thing, but it's fine because we're going to slow this down to 120 and it won't look as jank when it's slowed down. So I think we're actually probably good to go. I wonder if turning it 45 degrees was cool or it was like not cool. You know. It's hard to tell. It's especially hard to tell when this is going so fast. All right, so 120 and that's it. We're done. trending, carousel, slow down, and better looping. Crazy cool. Thank you, sir. Can we also write text on the keys and label each with key label A? Yeah, I could do silkscreen. It's a really good idea to do silkscreen. Or fabrication text. Yeah, it's a really good idea to do that. We could modify excuse me, we could modify the key module to do that. I haven't really done this though. You're the silkscreen expert, Absy. You should fork this and do it. I can try to do it though. You're not supposed to create footprints in midair though. All right. Let me see if I remember how to do this. Silkscreen text equals YOLO. Oh, that works. Oh, that's not bad actually. I've never used this feature before. It's so funny. Okay. We'll put it up right up there. It's actually it's pretty good. Wow. It's crazy that feature works. I've never used this feature. Huh. All right. Cool. Yeah, I like it. That's crazy. So now that'll appear on the PCB. I don't know if it'll make it to the 3D view because the model might obscure it. Oh, we got to refresh this page to find out though. So let's save. I'm going to refresh just so that we reload all of our modules. So we should see some silkscreen text. I don't see any silkscreen text. Did I do it wrong? Is it cached? Or maybe I didn't. Did I not save over here? I think it's all saved up. Oh, they're all over here. They don't translate properly. Silkscreen text doesn't translate properly with a group. Footprint mid-air is not a bug, it is a feature, LOL. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I don't know if you caught that, Absy, but silkscreen text doesn't translate. I want to find my key snippet and link to it in the issue. If you use this snippet and give the group a PCBX, it won't translate. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've tried to go a little bit easier on my bounties because last month we had our highest spending ever. We spent a lot of money last month, which is fine. But I was like, when I did the finances, I was like, holy moly. All right, this is control shaft. I think it repeats the labels, so we also have to, because this one is, that should be right control, I think. So there's our shift. But our escape key is on the wrong side. Is that escape? Okay. That name didn't come through. Yeah, 1 is on the wrong side. Yeah, 1 is on the wrong side. Oh, it's the whatever this is called. I'm gonna call it tilde. Okay, tab. Yeah. All right. So let's not negate the axe. I'm being so lazy about this. I'm not like thinking right now. I'm not thinking about what it should be. Look at all those silkscreen texts that are in the wrong locations. I think I have to do this to get this on the board. And let's reduce the height of this board. Slowly make this more keyboard-like. Sorry, it was me. I got $250 in the past month. It's a good haul. I mean, it's not a lot, right? It's like we eventually we will have we can, do $10,000 plus in bounties a month, but it's a little bit much at the moment. It's a little bit much, but yeah. Yeah, we did a lot. We did a lot of bounties, a lot of sponsorships. I think the 3D viewer is breaking. I didn't save this either. There's a good good reason to have the CLI. CLI is a little bit less likely to break and lose your work because your work is saved separately. Okay. Are we good? Okay, that looks good. Tilde, that's where tilde should be. Tab. There's no escape key. There's no escape key on this keyboard. Did it not even do... Am I crazy? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it didn't do a function row? There's no escape key. All right, we'll manually add the escape key. We'll just put it to the left of the tilde row. I don't know. This might be a jank keyboard. I don't really care, honestly. Like, I'm just trying to show that it's possible to make a keyboard. I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna give it to somebody. It'll be a gift. I'll be like, I made you this keyboard, and then they'll use it, and I'll always ask them about it. Be like, I made this for you. You don't love it? We have to center this guy. So let's do some math. Okay, so if we press D, we can measure some stuff out. So we basically want to translate the keyboard over -200. And then the board size, we probably want to be around 250, is my guess. All right, a little bit bigger, 300. Wow, even bigger. Wow, keyboards are big. Okay, how much margin do we have there? It's like 17. So we want to do 17 less. It's like 187 or something. Okay. Let's fix the Y position. Again, we want the board to be kind of small, not too big. So we'll go up 70. I'm being very lazy. Okay. All right, that looks centered, so we can decrease the height of the keyboard a little bit. Okay. Let's give this snippet a better name. We'll call it QWERTY keyboard. Yeah, the thing you have to keep in mind is shipping costs money, especially internationally. So there has to be like a decent enough reason for me to ship it to you. If you make the board, then that's good. But especially a board this big is kind of expensive, just because the actual printing of the board itself. Most of the boards we make are pretty small, but this is probably the biggest board we'll make. All right, I don't totally trust the 3D view because it seems like the CAD offset is wrong for the holes. So I don't know. Maybe the keys are off a little bit. The PCB view can be trusted. It's kind of weird because that component is totally on point. This one is not. The key shaft is not, but the other one is. It's lined up with the PCB. But yeah, okay, so that's a keyboard. So we're not done. We have to add traces and a microcontroller. Just kidding. In response to you, I see. I thought you wanted this keyboard, but I guess if you don't, well, that's fine. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we go up. I'm gonna. How much space is here? It's like I'm going to see if I can decrease it a little bit. We still have to put the micro on. I don't know where that's going to go. The Pico is pretty big too, but this is good enough for now. Man, I would love to use a micro mod module for this. I wonder if I can build a quick micro mod carrier. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. But let's merge this carousel, because then I actually did something of substance. Kind of sucks that this 3D view takes so long to load. I wonder why. It's more of a 3D viewer issue. So we'll say, I bet it's because the object loader, I think it's an issue with the obj loader. Loading duplicate models. Global model cache, question mark. Improve 3D model loading to avoid laggy browser. Example projects. Well, if you want to give me as a gift, then okay. By the way, can we add label? Can we add label in 3D view as well? I don't know what you mean. Like there are already labels in the 3D view. If you hover over something. Do you mean the silk screen labels? The silk screen labels aren't rendering because of a bug I just filed in Core. I already filed that bug. I think I bountied it. It's a pretty easy one. Yeah. This is a pretty easy one. And you have the stream to reference. So if you forget what the heck I was talking about, there's a nice stream reference. Okay, so we're kind of blocked on finishing the micro for the keyboard unless I either do a micro mod module or I get the Pico working. I'm gonna do a quick investigation to see if we can get an M2 adapter. This is tough though. Just be M2 adapter. That's on M2. This is gonna be tough. We might have to go right into the database. GLC PCB M2 connector. I thought I found this in the past. So an M2 adapter is, if we look at a micro mod, it's this thing. It's this black thing that they plug into. So basically we just need to make it so that you can plug in a processor. And that'd be pretty sweet, right? It uses the M2 standard. Yeah, I'm right. M2 connector JLC PCB. We're gonna have to probably make a page for this. Oh, there it is. Oh, and there's tons in stock too. Yeah. Cool. All right, let's import this. Yeah, tscircuit.com. Wonder if our new carousel with PCB layouts is there. And it's moving slowly. This is what it looks like when it moves slowly. It's still kind of jank, but whatever. Oh, does this work on mobile? I forgot to test. Yeah, I think it works. Probably on mobile, people will try to swipe left, and that doesn't work, so whatever. I kind of like that. It just like, it kind of illustrates that there's like stuff going on, you know, like that it's not a totally empty ecosystem, even though it's not nearly as full as it probably should be. I do like that. It should probably show things other than PCB views. Like you could also show schematic views and stuff like that. But whatever. Let's do our import. Okay, so this import was successful. So we now have an M2 adapter. Let's check out the 3D model. Yeah, it looks great. So this is what the, although this looks weird to me. Is that right? I think they modeled it weird, but yeah, basically our SparkFun micromods will go in here. So I'm going to call this M2 connector. And then we'll save that. And now we can use this on our board. So I want to create a derivative module of this. Can I fork it? I don't know if I can fork my own. I don't know how to fork my own, so I'll just do it as a new board, or a new circuit module, actually. So yeah, this is a big one. So we want to create a micromod connector and then label the pins according to, you know, what micromod says they are. So this is going to take a little while, unfortunately, because but you know, somebody's got to do it, and then once one person does it, we're good forever. So let's look at the M2 micromod interface pinout. Don't expose any 3.3 volt pins to 5 volts. So we still need our adapter, or our power regulator from 5 volt to 3 volt, which is unfortunate, but you know, that's the way it is. They're not going to do the regulator on them because you know, sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't need it. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool though if they did it for me. I don't want to deal with it. I'm just reading this over. So this is their official pinout. Maps each pin, but what I'm not totally sure about is if JLC labeled these correctly. It is a standard, so they should have, but let's read this guide. Getting started with micromod. Oh yeah, that looks similar. Costs about 50 cents. Oh, I'm so excited. I've wanted to do this for so long. Okay, this is a much better graphical data sheet. Okay, it's just more stuff about the standard. Oh, such a cool standard. So cyberpunk to just be able to swap out processors, upgrade them just by flipping it. Oh, it's so cool. Okay. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Almost Happy New Year. I want to find this diagram. Whatever. Let's open it up. Oh, so the bottom and top are different. Oh, I don't want to do this wrong. I'm trying to like reason through this. So one set has 5 and one set has 4. Wait, what the F? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then they have so many here. What's cooking? I'm trying to make a keyboard using SparkFun micromod. So like SparkFun Micromod is a platform where you can just pop in little processor boards, which I think would be friggin' sweet. And we have a QWERTY keyboard layout here. So we just need to hook this up to our processor module. Bye, Happy Way. By the way, Happy New Year in India. Oh, I didn't even think about different time zones. Yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I had not. Yeah, I guess for a lot of people it is Happy New Year. Who is in 2025? Project 2025. Of course, US politics. All right. That's not going to work. Happy New Year to those in 2025 right now. Okay. I think I need to look at the data sheet for this guy and just understand how it... Ooh. Microphone's coming apart. Uh-oh. Come now, microphone. Don't do this to me. Okay. That's borked. I'm going to leave it borked for now. So if we look at this data sheet, what do we learn? Oh, this is why I've never done the... This is why I've never done the micromod thing, is because I was always like, it's even worse using older tools, I feel like. Pin 75. Maybe it is working very standard. Maybe I just need to trust JLC PCB's numbers. It's like, if they messed up, you know, could I be blamed? Yeah, maybe I just trust JLC PCB. Reporting from 2025 now, we have AGI and all programmers are now farmers. Thank goodness. Get me out of this hellhole of programming. About time. About time somebody took care of those gosh darn programmers. Send them out to the fields. So what we're going to do is label each of these pins. And it's going to be boring. But, you know, I don't know. I could probably get AI to do this. Yeah, let's get AI to do it. This is pretty monotonous. Maybe before I get started, let's see if we can finish it. I did do this before and it got like one pin wrong and it ruined everything. So I do want to be a little bit cautious. Okay, so those are pins. And then this part's a little tricky. I almost wonder if I want to do it in two processes. Grr. Why did they put it in this format? All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a screenshot. Then we're going to give it to O1 because O1 is probably the best at images right now. It's my guess. Convert this into a JSON object. So that'll be a better input. Yeah, my microphone is very broken. Sorry for the audio. That's unfortunate. I have the most minor, like, that's gonna annoy me issue with this. All right, I'll give up again. Come on, O1, you can do it. You can do it. I think it might have broke on me. Oh. All right, one is ground. All right, it did a job. Okay, so now we need to make it so each name is uh, 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 each name can be properly labeled on a schematic, regenerate, so it matches these rules. If name appears multiple times, number it, e.g., if 2 pins have ground, label them ground 1 and ground 2. If a name has a dot, replace it with that. Replace D plus with DP. Replace D minus with DM. Oh, what is really good with outputting a long thing? I think they almost just said, "Hey, what would happen if we did really long outputs?" Downside being, one takes a really long time. Even for simple things, it takes its time outputting. Oh, this will be so sweet. And then I can just send people boards and they can plug in their own micro mods. It's nice to get boards fully assembled, but like you don't really need to be like replacing processors all the time. It's a fairly expensive part too. What kind of boards do they have? Environmental function. Yeah, it's nice for prototyping too. Ethernet function board. Oh, function boards are different. Function boards are, you add a function board to give it capabilities. I don't know if I would use these. I like the idea of a processor board. I don't like the idea of a function board as much. It's okay. I wonder how much this costs though. Oh, it's not bad though. $9, normally $15. $15 is a lot for Wi-Fi functionality. Can we also try to implement a feature like Algora TV streaming in our TS circuit, and people can watch? So I have a thing called, we can have basically, I forget I had this a long time ago, but we can add a widget to the bottom right of the website so you can tell when I'm live. Or when anybody from TS Circuit, like the TS Circuit team or contributors, are live. So we can do that in the future. Assuming that I might have to vet the people a little bit so that it's not like garbage, but yeah, but we could do something like that. We don't need to create our own platform though. we're not that big of a community yet. Not to break it to anyone. I wish we were. Okay. Replace slashes and other non-ASCII characters and unfriendly characters, e.g. CSI, STIO, data 3, IO1. Basically just teaching it how I would do this. Honestly, the chance of it making a mistake and me making a mistake is pretty close, so this is probably fine. We'll use this for everything though if this works, because micromods are pretty cheap. I don't know. I think I ordered some. I don't know if I ordered the right ones though. Micro mod. Yeah, nobody really orders these right now, but I really like the idea. Even if they went out of business, I feel like I would still want to use it because it's just super cool. I think I ordered some, but I gotta get them. I gotta get them from my office. Why are we not using Docker in any of the repositories? We're using Docker in some repositories. What do you want to use Docker for? Like, why are we using Vercel, or like, what do you mean? Docker for development is garbage. It's a huge mistake to use Docker for development, like to develop inside of a Docker container. It's a common mistake, but it was a huge mistake. And sorry for others who feel I am wrong. I feel you are wrong. Okay, this is pretty good. It's still not totally in the right form. I really like what it did here, except we'll have to rewrite that one because you can't start with 3. Module key. What is module key? Oh, yeah. Huh. What are you making? I'm trying to make a SparkFun micromod keyboard. So we have our keys here, and we just need to add a micromod module to give it a processor. And I just realized, so USB. Yeah, because we got to be able to connect to USB. How do they recommend doing that? I feel like I know why micromod isn't that popular, because it's a little bit complex to use. But if we build a lot of modules around it, I think it'll be great, because they got it really close. They don't have a USB board, and we want to be able to plug in the keyboard with USB. They have like everything else. Probably because it's pretty simple. I think we'll be okay because they have these USB lines here. So I think I can get it to work. USB V in. Oh, maybe we don't need to power it. All right. We're still doing labels, though. We just need to fix these labels, and then we're good to go. Okay. So 3v3. Okay. So labels aren't allowed to start with a number, e.g. should be v33 and 1. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Are you saying currently for development we do not need to containerize our app? Yeah, you should never containerize an app for development. We have a lot of Docker containers, like the API I was working with earlier is containerized. We use a Docker container, but we use it for deployment, not development. All right, then the last thing we need to get O1 to do is convert this into our pin labels format. Which I almost want to just write a quick script for it because it's doing so good. I don't want it to mess up because I did too many iterations on it, because this is like perfect. I think that saved me a lot of time. But we do need to convert it to our pin labels format. Let's ask, and hopefully it gets it right. Convert to the pin labels format, as which looks like this. Thank goodness for O1, man. Thank goodness. 75 pins. All right, there it goes. Nice. All right. Took a while, but we got what we wanted. So now we copy this out and we can paste this into this module. And now we have a really easy way to use these micro mods with type safety. And so hopefully I'll be able to do that. Okay. Let's format, run. And then when I hover over these, I should be able to see what the pin corresponds to. So SDIO, all that good data stuff. Yeah. Okay. SClock, SPI, etc. Okay. So we can import this to our keyboard now. And then this is where our keyboard processor will go. Okay, good night, Sevi. I don't know what time it is in San Francisco. It's 1:12. How many gosh darn times do I have to tell you people? My time is on screen. I don't know your time. My time is on screen. Gosh darn it. What time is it in San Francisco? Look up. All right. Sorry, I got a little upset there. I think I got to eat lunch, though. So actually, that's probably a good stopping point. When I come back / in the new year / we'll see, we're going to hook up this micromod connector to the keyboard. And we should have a SparkFun micromod keyboard, which would be really cool because you can put in whatever processor you want, whatever one is your preference. And then you can always take out the micromod adapter and do whatever you want with it. So anyway, that's something to look forward to. But for now, thanks for joining. Definitely, check that bell if you want to see when I go on live, especially if you're a TS Circuit contributor, because I will review your PRs live on stream.